I know
Let's move
someone
on.
who doesn't have to get these pat downs.
Oh, really?
Because he just flies around in a private jet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Never would have to see a TSA person.
But he probably does because he's a man of the people.
No, not
he's
really.
not? Oh,
No,
okay.
he likes his private jets.
Oh, okay.
Joining us on the phone to talk about this as well as North and South Korea, Donald Trump. Donald, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Security first. Always security first.
You want to weigh in?
And very quick and very, very strong trials for the terrorists when you catch them. Not trials that last 15 or 20 years and then they get prison sentences. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Hear, hear.
We should have fast, rapid trials for the terrorists.
Security first.
And maybe some of this. John's right. I mean, there are other ways to take care of these planes. What about the luggage? You know, they're talking about people. It seems to me the bigger problem is in luggage. They put luggage on the plane. Nobody even knows who has the luggage. But very fast, very severe punishment for terrorists and quick trials.
What do you think of these pat-down procedures that some call groping?
Well, I don't think it's groping. I think these people are doing a job. It's pretty primitive, frankly, in a world of the kind of technology that we have. But, I think you have to use every method possible in terms of safety. But that's just one small aspect of it. And, these terrorists are, to put it very mildly, they are getting away with murder. When they catch them, they bring them in, and they have, trials in New York City instead of a military trial. The trial can last forever. One of my very good friend lawyers will represent them, and they'll end up being national heroes. It's absolutely disgraceful what's happening. I say quick and very, very, very severe punishment, but quick trials.
Pat Buchanan, it's fascinating. We still haven't gotten to North Korea, and we need to. But it's fascinating that Jim Bell sent an email. A debate erupted around this table. Actually, Peggy Noonan and John Heilman on the side of it's kind of confusing. Where Harold and I are saying, do what you have to do. Is this an issue with residents, Pat?
Well, it certainly is. It's been exploding the whole last week. The whole country's been talking about it. The First Lady talked about it. The President of the United States. Let me ask Donald Trump this. Donald, you mentioned that these fellas, they really ought to be tried, prosecuted, and quite frankly, hanged if some of them are guilty of blowing up airliners. But a lot of these guys that are doing that, they're willing to go down with the plane. So was that fellow with the bomb in his underwear. He was going to take the plane down with him.
Well, it is true, Pat, but nevertheless, you have to do what you have to do. And, the whole thing with death penalty, this really gets to be a whole new subject. But death penalty, now they give the death penalty where they give a slight injection so that they don't have pain when the needle goes in to slowly put them to sleep. I mean, these people have to be treated very, very severely, and they're not treated severely. And the terrorists, it's one thing when the terrorists say this or that. Let's play with the death penalty. Let's see what happens. But in the meantime, there's never real punishment because the court system takes so long that they're all old people by the time it all happens. So we need severe punishment.
Hey, Donald, obviously top of the news today, North Korea behaving badly. Why do the Chinese allow the North Koreans, a country they could crush easily, why do they allow them to be such bad actors on the world stage?
Probably because they enjoy watching North Korea taunt us. And, it gets to a whole new subject. China has virtually total control over North Korea. North Korea acts badly. But we have another subject. Why are we protecting South Korea? Have you seen what's happened recently with the trade pact with South Korea? And I have a lot of dealings with South Korea. In fact, I have a partnership that worked out very well with South Korea. But I look at what's going on with the trade pact, where they ask us to sign something that only a moron would sign, and then they embarrass the country by not agreeing to a trade pact. They sell their televisions. They make huge, again, we're going to use the word profit, huge, absolutely unbelievable, imbalanced profits on the United States. They make us look foolish with this trade pact recently, as you know, because you were talking about it 2 days ago. And then they get bombed, and we rush to their defense, and we're going to spend hundreds of billions of dollars again defending another country. I mean, at some point, do we get smart? At some point, do we say, hey, look, you're not treating us right. You better get shaped up, or we're not coming to your defense, or, hey, look, number one, you signed the trade pact that we want, not that you want. And maybe, more importantly, if you want us to defend you, you're going to pay us for it.
Pat Buchanan.
Well, listen, that's exactly right. The United States of America is the only country in history that pays and asks to defend other countries that are taking us to the cleaners from Europe. I mean, why are we defending Europe that's richer than we are and is cutting back on its defense? With Korea, the same thing. What do they let 6% of the cars come into their country, or the imports are 6% of their market, and they want complete access to our market? The United States has not been running itself as a great power normally does, which is client states pay us to take care of them.
Pat Buchanan, of course, has been saying that for some time, Donald. I've noticed in recent years you sounding a bit more like an economic nationalist. Or have you changed from being a free trader to being a fair trader?
Well, I think the word fair trade is a much better word than free trade. I listen to these people saying, oh, that's going to hurt free trade. What's free trade when a country has imbalances of hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars on you? I don't want even trade with that country, to be honest with you. I don't even want trade. I agree with Pat 100%. I mean, like, the world is not respecting us. I thought yesterday when I got a call from Mika about, the show, I thought to the Olympics when Obama went over, he talked to the people about the Olympics, and I immediately thought, as did everyone else, well, therefore we have it, because obviously for the President of the United States to make this long journey to get the Olympics, I mean, think of it. I assume there was a wink. In other words, come on over, make your pitch, you've got it. Now, we go over, we make our pitch. The President of the United States, unprecedented, makes the pitch, comes back in a very busy schedule, comes back, everyone assumes that's it, and it goes to Brazil. I mean, this couldn't have happened 20 years ago. This is impossible. The world does not respect us, Joe. They don't respect us. And the reason they don't is because we're being led right down the tubes.
All right, Donald Trump, thank you for calling in on that note. Gosh, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'll be going to the fabulous Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, that's nice. It sounds fancy.
Owned and operated by Mr. Donald Trump.
Of course. Well, listen.
We wouldn't expect anything else. We didn't think you were going to
they still have that big flag.
Donald.
They still have the big flag. You still got that big flag?
He's got a big flag on the Potomac for his club in
Actually,
Washington.
They wanted me to take the flag down. I refused, and I won.
He's got a flag
The
thing.
judge was very nice.
And you're coming to Washington, right, Harold? He's going to have a golf course in Washington.
He has one.
I already have one. I have a great one.
Gorgeous. We're going to have a party
National.
there. It's a long story.
Right in Loudoun County. It's beautiful. On the Potomac River, 3 miles,
magnificent. He's got a big flag on the Potomac River.
In fact, we're going to hold a show. One of your shows is going to be held right under the flag.
I'm serious.
On the Potomac River.
I've been meaning to
And by the way, when Donald went there, the environmentalists came up and hugged him, just like they did up in Scotland.
No.
Hey, by the way, we want to do a show from Scotland. I saw that Golf Channel special. I was flying on
do that?
JetBlue, and Donald found the most extraordinary property in Scotland.
When we come back from the royal wedding, we could stop there.
Oh, we'll do that.
Donald,
yes.
Plans for Thanksgiving?
He's already said.
I already heard Mar-a-Lago. Right.
I'll be in Florida.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Have a good time, everybody.
All right, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much.
Coming up.
Thank you, Donald. Hold on, I want to ask Peggy. So Pat Buchanan's been talking about